Hello and welcome to all my Flosstube neighbors. I'm Chris and this is XrossStitch, and today is Tuesday, December the 12th, 2023, and this is Flosstube number 67. I am so glad that you have joined me today. If you're new to this channel, welcome. This is a wonderful neighborhood of cross-stitchers. This is a channel primarily about cross-stitching, and I hope that you enjoy the video enough to like and subscribe to me and maybe ring the bell so you know that I'm putting videos out. And if you are a returning neighbor, welcome back. I hope you're having a wonderful holiday season thus far. I love taking time to stop and share with you, and I'm so grateful that all of you have taken time out of your day to stop and spend some time with me. So today is going to be a fun episode. It is going to be the Christmas decorations episode. I am not doing a story time today. Instead, I'm going to be showing you my decorations in my house that I've been working on nonstop, it seems like, for a couple of weeks now. And it has been joyful. It has been a wonderful experience, taking everything out of boxes and seeing what I had and mostly seeing what I did not have, and making lots of trips to Michael's and Home Goods and our local gift shop and florist, which has beautiful decorations and ribbon and what have you. It's been a time. There is glitter everywhere, and that's not a bad thing because I love a little sparkle. Everybody should have a little sparkle. But let's get started. Let's do the usual stuff. Let's talk about some cross stitching. I teased this a couple of weeks ago, and I did indeed get it back from the framers, and I have a wonderful FFO to share with you. An FFO, if you don't know, is a fully finished object. In cross stitching, that means we have stitched the piece in its entirety, and we have finished it either in a frame or as an ornament, or it's just a fully finished piece. And I have a wonderful one. This is Modern Folk Embroidery's Spirits of the Dead. I started this several years ago, not too terribly long after I began my, well, not several years ago, a couple of years ago after I began my channel. And you saw the progress as I worked on it, and here it is, framed and finished. I'm so proud of it. It's really beautiful. You know, you have to keep an open mind when you take things to the framers. I just knew in my heart of hearts that this was going to go in a black frame with a black mat. And I got the piece there, and, you know, you hold those things up to the piece and you're looking at it and you realize that that just wouldn't work. We were looking at the black against it, and it made this fabric go very, very, very blue. There's a lot of blue and lavendery undertones to this dark gray that this fabric is dyed. And I ended up going with it is a gray mat, but it's a gray mat with an undertone of purple. And the frame itself is a gray wood grain, distressed wood grain, almost like pickled pine, but it's gray. And I love it. It works beautifully with the piece, and it as a whole, as you're looking at the whole thing, it all goes together, I think, wonderfully. And they did a beautiful job with framing it. I just had this framed at my local Michael's, and they did a great job with it. So I was very pleased with that. But it's so nice to have that back, to have it in a beautiful frame, beautifully matted, and up on the wall. And it already is hanging behind my desk, and I just do love it. So Jacob, my dear friend, thank you for such a wonderful design, and thank you for the inversion of it. And it's so nice to see that journey with this piece completed. Modern Folk Embroidery, Spirits of the Dead. Staying with the Modern Folk Embroidery theme, I pulled out my Christmas start from 2021. I didn't have a Christmas start last year because most of my, all of my cross-stitching accoutrement was in a box, or in many boxes actually. So I didn't have a Christmas start last year, but the year prior, I began Red Berries, A Christmas Greeting from Modern Folk Embroidery, featuring a bird, beautiful berries, and Merry Christmas at the bottom. I'm doing this on a piece of Edinburgh linen, and the fibers, I'm using the called for fibers, which are Roxy Fibers, Dark Sage, and Cheeky. Just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm saving, I haven't used the red, which is named Cheeky. I haven't used that yet. I'm going to treat myself and do all the berries after I do the green. But I wanted to stitch on linen. I just had a hankering to stitch on some linen, and I knew that I had this Christmas piece, and I knew that I wanted to put some stitches into it, because sometimes it's just nice to not change colors, right? And after doing all these ornaments, I've been changing colors a lot. I just wanted to sit and stitch. In fact, all three things that I'm going to show you today use basically one color of fiber. But anyway, I digress. This is Red Berries from Modern Folk Embroidery. It was fun to work on, and I will continue to work on that until Christmas and even a little bit after, probably. Just as an addendum, I don't know where I first saw the Nerg or Nerge hoops, but I ordered a set, and boy, do I love them. I don't like using hoops because I don't like the hoop ridge that you see in fabric, because I stitch on a lot of Aida, and it is really difficult. I mean, I know it can be done, and I know it, and I've done it before, but I just, if given the choice, I would rather not have to put my stitching through a hoop. That's just me. I know hundreds upon thousands of people do it, but I just don't. But I love this or these because for most things, like I might have to reposition a little bit, but when I stitch, this whole piece is going to fit within this hoop. So that just tickles me to death, and it comes in a lot of different sizes. It comes in as, large ones, and then also, that you're going to see this in a minute, but it also, I won't show you the front, well, don't look, but it also comes in small ones so that you can work on like ornaments. So I love these, and I'm not sponsored by the people who make these. I don't even know how to pronounce it, much less being sponsored by it. But they're really good. They're really good. And they have this screw closure here to loosen, and it's, most hoops have that as well, but this one is on an angle, and for some reason it's super duper streamlined, and I just love it. So anyway, there you go. That's free. A little free supplement there for you. I've got a dangling needle. The other work in progress that I was stitching on when I wasn't decorating was the beautiful Quaker Christmas by Bygone Stitches. This is, as you have heard me say many times, this was a stitch along that was started by my friends Annie and Artie, the proper stitcher and the vintage stitcher, respectively, and of a couple of years ago, started in 2021, and I took a break, but now I'm back to it, and I love it. This is this beautiful DMC 4520 stitched, this variegated floss. It's called A Christmas Story, the DMC 4520, and it just looks like ribbon candy to me, and I love, love, love stitching on it. Got a little more done on it this week, or these couple of weeks. I now have the entire width, well, it depends on how you look at it, but I have the entire vertical design on the canvas. So now it's just a matter of working across horizontally. But it's just beautiful. What can I say? I mean, I still have a lot to go. I have a lot to go on this page, and I have another full page to go. This will go on my Whip Go board next year, but I'm going to work as much as I can on it until the end of the holiday season. I would love to get at least halfway through that page. We'll see. I probably can do it. After I get past this open house that we're having on Saturday, I should be able to have more time for stitching, because from now to then, it's all about decorating, cleaning, and cooking. Baking, actually. But anyway, that's A Quaker Christmas by Bygone Stitches. So I did have a start recently. And if you follow me on Instagram, you saw that. You saw that I posted a little teaser of this start. And if you watch my videos, you know that I was planning on working on some gold perforated paper that I received from one of our dear viewers, one of our neighbors. And I had every intention of stitching, one of my favorite designers is Judy Whitman, JBW Design, and every Christmas I stitch an ornament by JBW Design. And I don't have my Invisaligns in today. And I decided I was going to fly without them, and I don't know how to talk now without them in. I adapt so quickly. Anyway, I was going to stitch this JBW Design ornament on this gold perforated paper, and I started it. And this is it. This is what I started. And the reason, I'm not even going to show it very much, but I'm going to tell you what happened. First of all, I love this gold perforated paper. But you see that? It's like stitching on the surface of the sun. You know, it's really, you kind of have to hold it to the side and stitch it that way. So, and because of that, I chose a beautiful blue over dye that I have in my stash. I don't even remember the name of it. It was a Roxy fiber though. And because gold and blue are complementary, right? So a complementary color will look more prominent stitched on its complement. So if you have a blue fabric, and you stitch yellow, which is complementary to blue, on it, it's going to pop. Likewise, if you have yellow fabric and you stitch blue on it, it's going to pop, depending on what the values and tones are of the particular shades. So I thought, okay, get a dark blue because that's going to stand out on the gold, and it does. But I was stitching it, and because of the glare, I'm like, I'm going to have to go back in and stitch the whole thing like a full coverage. So I pulled a DMC, like a gold wheat colored DMC to fill in, and it was working, but I didn't love it. And then I realized I'd messed up in the design because of being distracted. And so this is now a UFO. It's an unfinished object. But I was so happy to stitch a JBW Design that I started a different one anew, and I started French Country Reindeer. This is, I'm sorry, you guys, I'm a little bit scattered today because I have about 15 million things going on this week, and I wanted to be sure to do this video, but I'm not as prepped as I normally am. This is from Judy's book, Christmas Ornaments 5, and it is called French Country Reindeer. I love her French Country series. She, you know, Judy does these larger designs, but within them there are these smaller motifs that are just adorable. And in this one French Country Reindeer, there's a bunny rabbit and 2 or 3 other deer, and there's a bird, 2 birds. And I mean, they're a delight to stitch. And just because I hate myself and want to make things as difficult as possible, I am doing this 1/1. This is being done 1/1 with a beautiful piece of silk from Flower Silk by Stitchy Box. This is whoever does this, and I say she, but whoever owns this company a few years ago, she did an entire color range of variegated silks, dyed variegated silks, named after Greek mythological gods and goddesses, figures, and what have you. And they were just beautiful, so I bought the set. This one is called Dionysus's Wine, and as you'll see, my main Christmas, you'll see a bit later, my main Christmas tree is rather traditional in the colors. It's evergreen, it's gold, it's red and green, but the reds are more, there are deep wine burgundy reds on the tree. And I want to, I'll get this done this year, and this will go on the tree in a little hoop. But it's so delicate and so fun to do this. And yes, I have to wear my readers, and yes, I have to have my big light shining on it, but it really is enjoyable. I did make a little mistake with this, and one of the motifs is one row over, but I'm going to fix it. I'm not going to start this over because I'm not frogging that out. That's teeny, teeny, tiny, and it won't matter. It's within the body of it, not the outside of it. So anyway, that's my start, and that's my gold perforated paper debacle. I'm going to keep this gold perforated paper because I know that there's going to be something that this is going to work up into, and it's going to be gorgeous. And I'm thinking now is maybe the key is to use the paper as the paper, as angel wings, or, it can be something gorgeous. But I never throw anything away, so it'll stay in my craft area and might be on top of my tree next year. You never know. It's time to deck the halls. What you are about to see is a little walkthrough of some of the areas of my house that are decorated. I hope you enjoy it. I'm going to tell you a little bit about everything as we go. And without further ado, here are some Christmas decorations to share with you. So this is going to be a test in how quickly I can speak. This is the front of the house, obviously, the wreath and the garland. I just love traditional red and green for Christmas, and silver and gold. It may be old-fashioned, but I just love it. And that's what I did with the outside. I love that tartan plaid. And, good on LED battery lights nowadays. That wreath and that garland is all LED powered, and there are battery packs in it. This is the silver and gold foyer area. That mid-century wall hanging is year-round. It just looks really good with the silver and gold. There's my Santa. And I've had that glitter wire tree for years and years, but I just love it. The LED gold and silver tree is new this year, as are those evergreens. And of course, this little foyer tree is new this year. It has my silver reindeer on it. Those are from Target from years ago, believe it or not. It really doesn't matter with Christmas. It doesn't matter if it comes from Target or it comes from Tiffany's. If you put it together the right way, it just looks wonderful. And I'm really pleased with this little silver and gold tree. Those stars are amazing. Again, I don't know where I got those, but I've had those for years. They have opalescent glitter on them. You can't really see that now. Swinging across the foyer. This is an original painting that was just finished days ago by my significant other, who is a very talented artist in their own right. And I just couldn't be more happy with it. We had the idea, and this has all been done in the past 2 weeks, but it's a testament to my partner's talent, and I couldn't be happier with that. We needed something to go in the foyer. We haven't found a piece of artwork that we liked enough yet, and we just wanted to do something seasonal. Okay, so now we're going to the banisters. This garland, this is actually 2 garlands put together. A base garland and a garland overlaying it, and then the ribbon worked into it. And again, the battery-powered LED lights, which are just amazing. I loved this. I love the whole kind of apples and pears and fruits at Christmas time. And that's why I gravitated toward this garland that has the silk pears and apples, and of course the glittery golden balls. It turned out so well, and I'm tickled with it. I got glitter all over me from that glitter ribbon, though, I have to tell you. This is our great room. This is a pan of the great room. We'll get back to everything, but now we're going to go to the centerpiece, which you saw the garland just a second ago. I purchased an additional garland and tore it apart so that it would coordinate with my banister garlands, and so that it would fit this dining table bowl and this brass reindeer that I have. I got the foam at Michael's. I ripped up that garland. I got the ribbon at Michael's, and I did that one night. It took me about 2 hours. But I just love how it turned out, in that it kind of goes with the entire foyer area. You know, it's all open plan, so you do want to have some kind of cohesiveness to everything. These are my woodland critters. None of this is expensive, you guys, but it's all how you put it together. I just fell in love with these sisal deer this year. And every time I saw one that struck my fancy, tickled my fancy. Sorry, Pam. Tickled my fancy. I had to get one. This house is very kind of lodge, and the woodland theme goes really well. Of course, you know, being a former dancer, I have to have my nutcrackers. Those all 3 are new this year. I want to start collecting them now that I have a bigger house and therefore bigger Christmas storage, but I'm very proud of those 3. And this is my coffee table Santa, the gold. Again, these are 2 disparate things that I brought together. That's a figurine, and that actually should be a hanging decorative wreath, but I've used it as a centerpiece, and then I have my pillows there, my seasonal throw pillows. A tribute to all you quilters out there. Okay, here you go. Handstanding cat. That is Tiki, Tree of 1,000 Faces, and on the top of it, our dear handstanding cat in all their glory. Those of you who have just joined me recently won't know what the heck I'm talking about, but if you go back and you binge watch me from the very beginning, you'll find out a lot about handstanding cat, and you will know that we renamed him every single week. That's a big piece of driftwood that has been in our home for years and years and years. This is a new shelving unit that we've had put in since we've been here, and it's all done up for Christmas time. Some of this is year-round, or will be year-round, and some of it is seasonal. I haven't got my battery-powered lights in that garland yet, but I hope to do it very, very soon. Well, I will do it before the open house. 2 more of my nutcrackers. Those were cute. I got those this year. And this is an interesting nutcracker. It's not a nutcracker proper, but rather a flat carving of a nutcracker. He's very cool. And oh, there was a reindeer there, but and there's my tree. This was a happy accident putting this tree in this particular corner. I knew that's the corner. I knew that's where I wanted to put it, but I didn't realize that at nighttime I would get this wonderful mirror effect, so that you can see it in the big mirror, the big window, and the sliding glass door. Talk about happy accidents. I love that. going in a little bit closer, we are now at the main tree, and you can see the gold and green and red, gold, and green. There is my Prairie Schooler Santa from a few years ago, finished by Artie, the vintage stitcher, very beautifully. The red glitter balls, I love those, and those are big mirrored stars, and I have several. That's the largest one. I have about 3 more smaller ones. Again, these ornaments are a mixture of new ones this year and ones that I've had for years and years. I had to purchase a lot of things this year because this is a brand new tree, and we're in this larger house. Those are Martha Stewart ornaments from Home Goods, by the way. Every year I get a nice ornament to signify the year. That's the Lennox 2022 ornament. That ornament was the last ornament in our old house. I love these vintage mid-century ornaments with the reflectors in them. Those are new this year. Those are Kurt Adler. That's a beautiful little walnut there that's blown glass. And again, those icicles you just saw, that's acrylic, that's plastic, but you would never know. Those chandelier drops are crystal. The Kurt Adler tree topper, I loved that one. I thought it looked great on this tree. Those big clear, well, I'll get back to that in a second. Those I've had for years. That's a new one this year, that pretty crystal snowflake. I've had that springy looking one for years. Acrylic, never know. Those clear glass balls, I've had those for years. I think those are Crate and Barrel from several years ago. But I just love this tree. Oh, these cracked glass pears are a favorite. I have 2 of those. Those are years and years old. I don't know how old they are. And here we are looking at English plum pudding. This is a JBW Designs ornament, and this was my JBW Designs ornament in 2021. That is 1/1 on linen. And you can see all those tiny little motifs within the larger motif. She's just brilliant. Just brilliant. Now you're wondering as you look at this tree, where are all those other cross-stitch ornaments, Christopher? I only saw 2 on that tree. Yes, you only saw 2. And that's because next week I will show you the tree downstairs in the den that has a whole nother story to it. I have a few quick thank yous to send out from some happy mail that I've received over the past couple of weeks. One piece, I think that I received it, it may have come in the mail after my last video, and that's why I didn't feature it, or if not, it was on my shelf and I just overlooked mentioning it. But I received a lovely card from our neighbor Kennelie, and it has my lovely, and I know it's backwards, but it says gather together, give thanks. But look, it has the Peanuts gang on it. So I immediately put it on my desk, on my shelf next to my desk to look at it and keep it up there. But Kennelie, thank you so much. You know, anything Peanuts is always near and dear to my heart, and I will keep this until the day I die. I can't throw away a card. There are certain things I'm really good at throwing away. There are other things I can't throw away. I've never been able to throw away cards. And from time to time, and I have tons of them. From all my years in performing, I have boxes and boxes of, like, you know, different greeting cards that people, I don't always save Christmas cards. I don't always save those. I try to, you know, turn them into other things, decorations or what have you. But I keep cards. Why am I talking about this? Tangent. And I also received a beautiful Christmas card from our dear neighbor, Karen B. It came with a lovely note, and she sent me these beautiful floss drops. I'm keeping them in there to keep this safe. But if you'll notice, the floss drops have a, this is Long Dog's Pandemic sampler. This is her stitched version. This is the piece that she stitched. She made it into floss drops, and she stitched that as a tribute piece to a loved one. And put this together on this ring with this ribbon and a charm, and she sent that to me. I love this. Thank you so much, as well as the sweet note and the chocolate. That's why I have my Invisaligns out, so I can eat this immediately after I record the video. Moving on to giveaways, we had 7 giveaways from the last video in honor of, or as a celebration for reaching 7,000 subscribers. I'm still thrilled about that. Thank you all for your congratulatory comments. I love reading your comments. I'll just throw this in there. I read it, each and every one of them, and you know I've done that with when I heart it. Of course, if you're a new subscriber, let me know. I will write you back if you ask a question. I always try to answer those questions as well. But I love the comments, and you used keywords for these in your comments, and I have 7 winners. The first thing we're giving away is the actual kit that I stitched my Toyland sleigh. This is a Mill Hill kit. If I sing it, it comes out better. This is Toyland Sleigh from the Sleigh Ride series. This is coming with the chart, the extra beads that I didn't use. There should be plenty. It does not have the perforated paper. It does not have the floss or the little charm, but the perforated paper you can obtain. The floss is listed in the instructions, and you can either leave the charm off or get one of your own. The person who is going to receive this in the mail is D. Hansen. D. Hansen, $54.90. Congratulations, D. Next, we go, I'm going to just go right through these. Next, we have Holiday. Is this, no, that's Winter. No, that's Woodland. That's Rocking Horse. Where's Holiday? Ah, it's this one. This is, and all these Mill Hill kits were donated by our dear neighbor, Daisy. So thank you again, Daisy. This is Holiday 8. It is but there are angels on it. The keyword for this was holiday, and this goes to Mary Bergman. Mary Bergman, 6545. Congratulations, Mary. Next, we have Rocking Horse. Rocking Horse, again, another Mill Hill kit. This is a fun one because this is actually a box. This is a box, and you do the box top, which is the Rocking Horse. This goes to Carol Menard. Carol Menard, 448. I think Carol's won something way, way, way back already. Congratulations, Carol. Now we have Angel. The Charmed Angels. This is a little angel. This is actually, yeah, this is an ornament. This is just a straight up ornament. This goes to Ruthie Durbin. Ruthie Durbin, $13.95. Congratulations, Ruthie. Woodland. This is a woodland tree. It's called Woodland because it's got a little bunny down there. This is a pin. This comes with, like, you can wear that. Or it could be an ornament, but the whole kit is there. This goes to Dale Young. Dale Young, $12.93. Congratulations, Dale. We have Joyful. This is another pin. This is a Joyful Angel. It's got a little crystal charm. Again, comes with everything. This goes to, Junebug 585. Junebug 585. Junebug, congratulations. I'll be sending that to you. And finally, we have Holiday 4. This is a button and beaded kit with a winter scene on it. Comes with everything, those novelty buttons. A winter scene. The keyword for this was winter. And this goes to the Nutty Nerdy Needle. I got nothing for that. The Nutty Nerdy Needle. Don't know who you are, but I love your screen name. It's hysterical. Congratulations. So all of you, please send me your addresses, your mailing addresses. I may have a couple of them, but But go ahead and send them to me at the email you're seeing at the bottom of your screen, chriscrossstitch@gmail.com. X for the cross stitch, 3 S's. And I will get those in the mail to you very, very soon. Now, this week we're not going to do I don't have any giveaways this week. I'm going to save those for next week. And you heard that right. Next week I will be doing another video. I wanted to get 2 in before Christmas, and then I'm taking from Christmas to New Year's off, as I normally do. And then I'll resume in January. But I wanted to get 2 videos in before the holidays. And so next week we will be doing a Christmas giveaway segment. So tune in next week for sure. And I'll have more wonderful things to share with you. It's time to wave at the neighbors, and I'm waving to 2 wonderful neighbors this week. One has been watching me ever since the very beginning. I love her, I love her, I love her, and her name is Viv. And she sent a beautiful, she sent me a photograph of her completed Quaker Christmas that I'm working on, and I showed mine earlier in the show. She has just done a beautiful job with this, and let me show it to you. She did this, I believe that this is along the lines of how the original is done, but I think she used her own colors for it so that it pops. This is so pretty. It's just a beautiful piece. And it's exciting for me to see it. You know, it gives me inspiration to keep on keeping on with mine. So that I can finish it, and it'll be to see it on the wall. So, but this is beautiful, and Viv, thank you so much for sharing that with me. I really appreciate it. And next, I'm waving at Carol T. Carol, I'm not the only one who loves doing Mill Hill ornaments. Carol sent me these photographs, which are all Mill Hill ornaments and kits, but man, she has really finished these in some creative ways. So let's take a look at those. I love the way that she's finished all of these. I had not seen these before, but now it makes me want to find them because I love them. But I love the way that she's finished this snowman within this frame. And that's just great. It's so good. I love seeing all of your work. I love that you send that to me. And I love this segment so that I'm able to show them. I got, today, I'm going to save it until next week because I need to get permission. But one of our other neighbors sent me several photographs of all her Christmas decorations, and the wealth of them are cross-stitch. So I'm hoping she's going to give me the thumbs up to show them, and I'll have some more to show you next week. But thank you, Viv, and thank you, Carol, for sharing that with me and with all of us. I love seeing it. I love that it's for the Christmas season. So that's our video for today. I hope you enjoyed the decorations. I hope that you enjoyed your time here. I certainly enjoyed spending it with you. I'm sorry I was a little bit frazzled, but a lot has been going on, and we are doing our first open house in this new home. I'm so excited to have people over to see my Christmas decorations and to spend time with good friends, mostly new, but nonetheless wonderful friends. And my focus is headed toward that for Saturday. So thank you so much for spending time with me and indulging my scatteredness. I'll be back next week with a fabulous sweater. I can't wait for you to see it. And they call them ugly sweaters, but I don't think this one's ugly. I'll be back next week, and we'll do more fun, talk about some more fun Christmas stitching, and look at some more photographs and spend some more time together. So until then, have a great week ahead. I hope you get some great stitching in. And as always, take care. Bye-bye.